WMIX and WMIXsports.com, where you can listen from any device. Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports is powered by the official voice of Rams Athletics, Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Rams Baseball is also sponsored in part by the Medicine Shop of Mount Vernon, Ford Square, and King City Chrysler. You can count on us. Red Lake College. Save thousands on your college education. Log on to rlc.edu. State Farm Insurance Agent Tony Wilt. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Second Chance Auto on Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Good Samaritan Regional Health Center. Raising a Hospital. Raising the Bar. Winning Edge. Schmidt Ford of Salem. And also by the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois. Landers Collision Centers of Mount Vernon and Salem. Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon. All Stars and Stitches. Central Christian Church. And People's National Bank.
Play ball!
It's time to join Chris Hugo and Danny Czerwinski for Mount Vernon Rams Baseball from the Ford Square WMIX Sports Mobile Studios. The Landers Collision Center's pregame show starts now.
Better late than never, the Mount Vernon Rams at a neutral field today, GCS Ball Park in Sauget. Good evening, Chris Hugo and Danny Czerwinski alongside Holly Carroll is back in our Mount Vernon studio as the Mount Vernon Rams prepare for the Alton Redbirds. This will be the first of 3 games over the coming week, and we'll see the Rams at a very, very top-notch facility. Sunday, of course, at Busch Stadium, and then 1 week from now at Itchy Jones Stadium on the campus of Southern Illinois University. This is your Landers Collision Center's pregame show. Big or small, Landers fixes them all. Call 1-888-LANDERS. That's 1-888-LANDERS. The Rams are 10, make that 12, 10-1 on the year. Alton is 14-9. We'll talk about both teams after a quick break. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Now is a great time to move your account to Community First Bank. With our new One Account offering the highest interest rate in the market, free checking, and CD specials delivered by people you know and trust, why would you not bank with the market leader in Jefferson County? We offer 5 locations with 7 ATMs and have been serving the Jefferson County market since 1906. Stop in and see why our bank is the fastest growing bank in Jefferson County. Community First Bank. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC.
Registration for summer classes at Wren Lake College is going on now. The 8-week summer term is a great chance to catch up on classes you need, from general education to electives and more. Curious about starting college or even a little nervous? Summer is a good time for new students to find out what Wren Lake College can do for you. Registration for summer classes continues through June 6th. Call us at 618-437-5321 or find us online at rlc.edu. Wren Lake College, your journey starts here.
Whether it's Mother Nature's inability to decide on a season, a weekend that got a little out of hand, or just life, there's always something looking to damage your vehicle. This is Chase Landers from Landers Collision Centers. Maybe winter weather turned your full-size sedan into a compact, or a little hail has your truck looking like Swiss cheese. Perhaps a deer decided to go for a ride on your hood, or maybe your truck is missing its hitch and bumper after pulling your little brother out of the ditch last weekend. Did a bad breakup leave a little graffiti on your SUV? We hope not, but we've seen it all, and we certainly don't judge. Whatever mess life has created for your vehicle, we'll clean it up. As a direct repair facility for many insurance companies, we take care of just about everything, even getting you into a temporary vehicle while we restore yours. That's the Landers difference. Top to bottom, big or small, Landers fixes them all. Come see us in Mount Vernon and Salem and ask us about free detailing for the life of your vehicle. Or call 1-888-LANDERS. That's 1-888-LANDERS.
Follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. This is Mount Vernon Rams Baseball.
And welcome you back, GCS Ball Park in Sauget. Chris Hugo and Danny Czerwinski alongside the Mount Vernon Rams and the Alton Redbirds set for first pitch, originally scheduled for 6 o'clock. JV game got over in quite the hurry, thinking we might get started a bit early tonight, but then a nice little moderate thunderstorm came through, and now we'll be starting a little bit later, about 45 to 50 minutes later, as a matter of fact, as the Mount Vernon Rams prepare for a tough non-conference test against the Alton Redbirds. This is your Landers Collision Center's pregame show. Big or small, Landers fixes them all. Now they detail them all, too. Ask about free premium detailing for life of your car. Next time you have collision repair work done at Landers Collision Centers of Mount Vernon and Salem. Of course, the Rams 12-10-1 after a loss to Alton back at home. Now the Alton Redbirds come in 14-9. It's a Class 4A institution out of the tough Southwestern Conference. And for the Redbirds, of course, looking for a good test out of the South 7th Conference, the Mount Vernon Rams.
Well, this is kind of sandwiched in. Alton, of course, had that doubleheader sweep of Piasaw Southwestern on Saturday. Mount Vernon today to take a couple days off, and they're going to go play at Belleville East on Thursday. A very important game for them in the Southwestern Conference, and what has turned out to be a very nice game for both teams to come over here and play here at GCS every year to maybe possibly get ready to go as far as maybe each team playing in the super section like Mount Vernon did last year.
There you go. Definitely prepared them, of course, beating Bloomington en route to going to Joliet and finishing in 4th place in Class 3A. We need to meet your Page Insurance batting orders. Of course, Page Insurance. Log on to pageinsurance.net. Find them on Crownview, Mount Vernon, or call 242-7000 for a health quote. The Mount Vernon Rams will be the visitors on the scoreboard this evening. Go ahead and meet the Mount Vernon Rams.
Shortstop Ryan Campbell, Reed Millwood second base, Thomas Weber the catcher, Jake Pike first base, Braden Smith designated hitter, Blake Jones center field, Derek Hayes third base, Zach Brookman left field, Connor Story right field, and on the hill is Aaron Morgan for Tim Holloway's Mount Vernon Rams.
You want to come sing it? Of course, that's about National Anthem Day. That's very uncommon these days, of course, and in these parts, but still asking and checking about it nonetheless. We will not have that here tonight. Of course, GCS Ball Park in beautiful downtown Sauget, Illinois. So glad to be here with you tonight. So the thunderstorms are rolled through. And we're going to have sunny skies, at least as far as natural daylight is concerned, the rest of the way. Beautiful night. Glad to be here with you. Follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. For the Alton Redbirds, Matt Hopkins on the mound. Nick Ball, they'll do the catching. Will Lewis, Stephen Wynn, Jacob Scravich, Aaron Bonnell will be at first base. I wrote that sloppily in my book. It'll be Drake Hampton, Noah Rathgub, and Brian Hudson. Grumlots are right in the outfield for the Redbirds. And, of course, Rams are going to rely on Aaron Morgan to do the pitching today in the bottom half of the first inning. He's the one replaced by the designated hitter, Braden Smith.
This is an interesting start. I mean, obviously Mount Vernon plays Wednesday home against Heron Regional game there. Thursday at Marion Conference and Regional. So, 3 games this week, a light week, prom on Saturday, so things are a little light as this week goes on. Next week, business picks up quite a bit for the Mount Vernon Rams. So, again, it is kind of a good test. You get a chance to get to play against a school of 4A, bigger than you are, and you get an opportunity to see what happens and see how things go against a bigger school. If you're Alton, you get to play a team that went to the state tournament last year, so they can't complain about it either.
They cannot. And, of course, we'll get underway here in just a moment. Alton wearing their grays. They'll have birds on the bat across the chest with Alton in a script. The Rams, meanwhile, are in their typical black uniforms. The tops have orange trim down the sides and orange numerics trimmed in white. It'll be a right-handed pitcher, and Matt Hopkins on the hill for the Redbirds as we'll get started probably about 6:51 or so as he finishes his warm-up pitches. A longer than usual infield for the Redbirds. The Mount Vernon Rams were itching to go, wanted to take the field, and so there they went. They got their warm-ups in, and now we await the standard warm-up tosses for the pitcher, Matt Hopkins, before we will get underway in this one. Beauty First Bank of the Heartland is the official voice of Rams and Lady Rams Athletics. Find them online at ComFirstBank.net. Learn all you need to know about one checking. It's free checking with high-yield interest. Beauty First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Mount Vernon been very lucky this spring. The other day, playing at DuQuoin on turf, poured all week, poured that morning, still played, same way today. A lot of games south of 64 not happening. This is probably one of the few south of 64 baseball or softball going on. No doubt about that. Ryan Campbell will lead it off at the top of the first, followed by Reed Millwood and Thomas Weber. Hopkins first pitch. Fastball down the middle, be fouled off down the first base side, giving chase with the right fielder. Won't catch up to it in the bullpen. And the first pitch is a strike at 6:50. So nothing in one to count to Ryan Campbell, the Rams shortstop. Rains have left our neck of the woods, of course, heading to the northeast from us. Scary weather, of course, in Madison County on up into Christian County. It went up that way through Bond and beyond. Luckily, most of that has left these parts. Here comes the 0-1 pitch to Campbell across low. 1-1 strike to the Rams shortstop, Reed Millwood and Thomas Weber here in the top half of the first inning as the Rams get it started at GCS Ball Park. They were the home team a year ago, the visitors this year, and right now it's 2-1 to Campbell, another pitch low. Back in the right-handed batter's box is the junior shortstop. As out of the windup will come the pitcher. This will be tapped foul. It'll be 2 balls, 2 strikes.
A little different wind when we first arrived here. It was howling in from center field out of the southeast. And in the time the front went through, the rain went through, the sun popped back out, almost out of the north right now the way it's blowing. But a very slight whisper at best.
It has died quite a bit. It was scary there for a moment as we wait the 2-2 up and into Campbell. 3 balls, 2 strikes, count is full. Kind of eerie there for a moment. We talked about it, of course, off the air well before we even thought about having a pregame, and there's just a weird thought died all of a sudden as the front moved over the top. And then came a thunderstorm that none of us expected. As a full count pitch to Campbell comes inside, so that'll be a leadoff walk, and the Rams get their first batter aboard here today at the top of the first.
It'll be a tough sun field here at the 6:50 start for the left fielder, third base, and shortstop. Everybody else kind of an angle away from the sun. Those 3 positions left to deal with a clear sky as they look towards the city of St. Louis. Lots of sun in their eyes.
Right off of interstate number 255. 1 on and nobody out, top of the first. Millwood bunts it down the first base side. Hopkins to pick it up. Fires to the first baseman, Bonnell, and that'll be the first out on the 1-3 sacrifice.
That's becoming a trademark. If Campbell gets on, Millwood always is bunting right now, and bunts Millwood over the second, or I should say Campbell the second. Millwood bunts himself into the dugout with the sack, hits the glad hand, and meat of the order comes up.
And it'll be Thomas Weber with an RBI chance. The runner on second base in the top of the first if you're just joining us. Justin away from GCS Ball Park and Sauget. 1 out and a runner aboard. Out of the stretch comes the pitcher Hopkins. Curveball inside corner. And it's 0-1 to Thomas Weber.
Nice facility. Kind of quirky with the dimension. I don't like the turf pitcher's mound because you never pitch off the turf mound.
Unless you're here or just a couple of other places, but you're right.
I mean, if the ball goes outside, 1-1, it's a case of you're never going to pitch off the turf mound postseason, which I don't understand why they have a super sectional place that doesn't have a dirt mound. Or grass infield, dirt infield. I don't understand it, but anyway.
1-1 coming, curveball across the outside corner to the right-handed Thomas Weber. Ball's behind here, 1 ball, 2 strikes, 318 down the left field line. Can't remember the right. Was for the sake of argument, assume it's relatively the same. 345 in left center, 342 in right center, and 385 straight away. High wall in left field as another pitch in, but it misses low. 2 balls, 2 strikes to the catcher Weber. Campbell on second base after a leadoff walk.
That wall runs from left field to center field, almost to the right center, basically just off the center and right. About a 30-foot high wall all the way around. 345 left center, not very long, but you got to get above the wall out there.
2 balls, 2 strikes to count to Weber. That's going to come inside. Tried to bend it off the corner, but it'll be a full count to Thomas. With a runner on and only 1 out in the top half of the first. Video streaming returns for the Mount Vernon Township High School commencement exercises on May 24th. It'll be presented by Red Lake College. Log on to rlc.edu to see how you can save thousands on your college education. Tap foul down the third base side. Good hands by Tim Holloway. And we'll do it again.
Straight away for the outfielders. Infielders playing normal with that runner at second and 1 out. Mr. Weber having a quality at bat here right now. Full count. Working his way through, trying to get himself a lot of look at Hopkins as well as his teammates.
Of course, Frontier League not quite yet in session or season.
Next week, preseason begins.
Yes, sir.
This is the host of the Frontier League All-Star Game in July.
Nice.
Saw that in the men's facility.
Full count with 1 on and 1 gone. Top of the first, no score pitch is going to be fouled off. Weber stays alive. This is the home of the great Gateway Grizzlies.
Well, another thing, this used to be a grass, I know you remember this, a grass field, and the slope behind home plate was so severe. You know, it was amazing they were able to do that slope. Only thing I've seen that much slope is the old Carlisle football field in high school until they redid it. But it's flat, it's turf, and ready to go every day.
Full count, more and more moving to it on a hard-hit ground ball off the chest of Wynn and short. And that will allow Thomas Weber to reach safely at first. It'll be 2 on and 1 out.
That's E6. Oh, good. The official scorekeeper agreed with us. All right. We're off to a good start.
We have an all-star PA voice, the record holder. Mount Vernon Rams Junior Varsity Baseball coach Scott Gamber doing the public address today.
Yeah, we have to watch him. He's kind of in timeout with people messing with players' hats. So we had to keep him up here, even though it's a turf field.
2 on and 1 out here in the top of the first. Left-handed Jake Pike, the first baseman, will stand in. Hopkins having some trouble out of the stretch. Here comes across the outside corner of the plate. Okay, 0-1.
Yep, tough time strike. This particular umpire informed me before the varsity game he'd been here since 3 o'clock. I said, okay. And I went on. All right, then. That's what I was thinking.
Casual conversation.
Yes, that was the whole conversation.
2 on and 1 out. Here comes an inside strike now to Pike. It's quickly 0-2. Something you won't see often, 3 umpires in a high school game. That happens because Alton actually hired 2 umpires, brought them. Rams, of course, responsible for 1 umpire, as both teams hire half of the umpires, but Alton either double-booked or just felt the need to have an extra. Waved at and missed with a 0-2 pitch outside. That'll be the second out on the first strikeout by Matt Hopkins.
Alton in that very tough Southwestern Conference. East, West, Edwardsville, Fallon, Alton, Granite City. There's some tough baseball being played in that conference year in and year out. Quality team players come out of there.
2 on, 2 out as Braden Smith, the designated hitter, will foul off the first pitch he sees. It's 0-1.
They're ready to go, though, in a concession stand. Everything's ready. Got some renovating and or work going on down the right field line while you still hang out with the Grizzly Bear.
Yeah. Bird ball misses low. It'll be 1-1 to Smith. Looks like maybe they got started on it.
Stopped.
Either stopped or maybe Mom Nature took.
Well, I didn't name his team Grizzlies. There's no Bears around here. That's why I was in there running good.
Memphis Grizzlies. Of course, they
started Vancouver.
I'll give them that. Curveball across the plate. 1-2 here to the right-handed Braden Smith.
Like the New Orleans Hornets. Like what? Well, they became the Pelicans. Now Charlotte can have
Utah Jazz.
Well, yeah, because they started New Orleans. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of questionable nicknames.
At least the St. Louis Browns became the Baltimore Orioles. I'll give them credit.
Right.
1-2 is waved at and missed. That'll retire the side. As the Rams strand a pair in the top half of the first. We'll have the Alton lineup coming up in the bottom half. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
The Chevrolet Open House event is going on now at Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon. Get big savings on the entire lineup of top-quality fuel-efficient cars like the Sonic Spark, Bolt, Malibu, and Cruise, all backed by our award-winning service department. Schmidt Chevrolet is your regional Chevrolet headquarters. But hurry, the Chevrolet Open House event is here for a limited time, and these deals won't last long. Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon, 3423 Broadway in Mount Vernon.
Your spine is a miracle of engineering, so when pain strikes, your body is telling you to get help fast. The Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois is proud to feature their spine care team. Doctors Kowalski and Smith, the professionals at Orthopedic Center, specialize in back and neck pain. So put our spine care team on the job. Find out more online at orthocenter-si.com. Stop the pain, fix the problem, and enjoy life again. The Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois. Broadcasting live from the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by King City Chrysler. This is Mount Vernon Rams Baseball.
Here we go. Welcome back, WMIX, WMIXSports.com, as we head to the bottom half of the first. Alton Redbirds, Mount Vernon Rams, all scoreless as we need to meet the Redbird lineup, brought to you by the Page Agency on Crown View of Mount Vernon.
Noah Ratke, Matt Hopkins, Nick Paulvett, Brian Hudson, Aaron Bonnell, Drake Hampton.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. By now you have heard about our new One Checking product. The new One Account is a high-interest earning, free checking account designed for everyone. Unlike other banks that pay interest on higher balance, this account pays interest on all balances. From high schoolers to Warren Buffett, One will work for you. You can talk to one of us at 244-3000 and learn about the details. One, exclusively at Community First Bank. You will be one happy customer. Member FDIC.
This is your local State Farm agent, Tony Wilt. I want to thank Mount Vernon and the surrounding area for continuing to support us over the past 5 years. If you have never sat down with someone to go over your insurance program, let me invite you into our office. Let us show you what working with the industry leader, represented by a local agent, can do for you. I'm located just off 42nd Street. You can reach our office 24 hours a day at 242-1421 or on the web at tonywilt.com. Thanks again, and go Rams.
Back to Mount Vernon Rams Baseball, powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Now is a great time to move your account to Community First Bank. With our new One account offering the highest interest rate in the market, free checking, and CD specials delivered by people you know and trust, why would you not bank with the market leader in Jefferson County? We offer 5 locations with 7 ATMs and have been serving the Jefferson County market since 1906. Stop in and see why our bank is the fastest growing bank in Jefferson County. Community First Bank. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC.
Registration for summer classes at Rindley College is going on now. The 8-week summer term is a great chance to catch up on classes you need, from general education to electives and more. Curious about starting college or even a little nervous? Summer is a good time for new students to find out what Rindley College can do for you. Registration for summer classes continues through June 6th. Call us at 618-437-5321 or find us online at rlc.edu. Rindley College, your journey starts here.
Whether it's Mother Nature's inability to decide on a season, a weekend that got a little out of hand, or just life, there's always something looking to damage your vehicle. This is Chase Landers from Landers Collision Centers. Maybe winter weather turned your full-size sedan into a compact, or a little hail has your truck looking like Swiss cheese. Perhaps a deer decided to go for a ride on your hood, or maybe your truck is missing its hitch and bumper after pulling your little brother out of the ditch last weekend. Did a bad breakup leave a little graffiti on your SUV? We hope not, but we've seen it all, and we certainly don't judge. Whatever mess life has created for your vehicle, we'll clean it up. As a direct repair facility for many insurance companies, we take care of just about everything, even getting you into a temporary vehicle while we restore yours. That's the Landers difference. Top to bottom, big or small, Landers fixes them all. Come see us in Mount Vernon and Salem and ask us about free detailing for the life of your vehicle. Or call 1-888-LANDERS. That's 1-888-LANDERS.
Follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. This is Mount Vernon Rams Baseball.
The Chevrolet Open House event is going on now at Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon. Get big savings on the entire lineup of top-quality fuel-efficient cars like the Sonic Spark, Volt, Malibu, and Cruise, all backed by our award-winning service department. Schmidt Chevrolet is your regional Chevrolet headquarters. But hurry, the Chevrolet Open House event is here for a limited time, and these deals won't last long. Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon, 3423 Broadway in Mount Vernon.
Your spine is a miracle of engineering, so when pain strikes, your body is telling you to get help fast. The Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois is proud to feature their spine care team, Drs. Kowalski and Smith, the professionals at Orthopedic Center.
Back on WMIX, WMIXsports.com. We apologize for whatever technical issue we may have had. Right now, it's a runner on first and 1 out. A 1-0 Alton lead here in the bottom half of the first inning. A nice little stretch off of the bag for the runner on first. It's a hit and run as this is lifted into right field. Won't be much real estate to backpedal, of course, for the Ram right fielder. Nice grab by Story off the base of the fence. It's throwing into second. Louis Brian Hudson, as a throw, will go into third base, but staying on the bag was the base runner. Well, it's 342 to right field, and Hudson got every bit of it. Story goes back, and you can tell here that even though you see different colors where the warning track is, the turf does not change the way it feels. Story started reaching for the fence, and Alligator armed it a little bit, couldn't catch it, it bounced up. He was able to catch it because the runners had to hold till the ball was dropped, or ball dropped. And they got the second and third. And now Coach Holloway going to go out to the mound, pitcher-catcher, coach conference, nothing else. But Mount Vernon right now, problem situation, second and third, 1 out for the Redbirds, and Mount Vernon trailing 1-0 already. Well, they're trailing 1-0, but in danger of trailing by more. 2 on and only 1 out here in the bottom half of the first. The Redbirds have already scored once. Looking to add a couple more with only 1 out, and stepping in will be Aaron Bunnell, the first baseman. Alton's looking for a pretty big first inning. Of course, Community First Bank of the Heartland, free checking, high-yield interest. Ask for one checking. It's free again. Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking, member FDIC. Aaron Vanell, the first baseman. 1 out, 2 aboard. Bottom of the first, a 1-0 ball game. Rams, the Alton Redbirds here from GCS Ball Park in Sauget. As the pitch will come in from Aaron Morgan, and it's low for ball 1.
Well, not the start that Tim Holloway wanted. Get out of this and get a good start, not have so many pitches, but that's what's kind of happening here so far.
1 ball, no strikes, 2 on and 1 out here in the bottom of the first. Pitch on the way is going to be lifted right field line side. Let's see what happens with Connor Story in the outfield. Should be deep enough to tag. Here comes the throw from Story as he makes the catch. Sack fly RBI makes it 2-0 Redbirds.
Doing the little things, and Alton taking advantage of errors, taking extra bases. Hudson tags and goes to third, so they're up 2-0. Have a runner at third with 2 outs.
We got Morgan out at the stretch. 2-0 Alton. 2 runs on, 2 hits. 1 error for the Rams. Morgan looks to the runner on third. Pitches off to the third base side of the rubber and comes across the plate to the right-handed batter, Drake Hampton, for 0-1. WMIX Sports Mobile Studios are driven by King City Chrysler Center, home of Express Lane, fast oil changes, and more. Service without an appointment at King City Chrysler, 1603 Broadway. As the 0-1 becomes 0-2, swung on missed. Down the heart of the plate. 2 outs, a runner on third here in the bottom of the first, a 2-0 Alton lead. As the Redbirds look to go back up 255, hoping to get a win and get their 15th of the year at 14-9. 0-2 pitch. It was low, check swing. Weber will tag for good measure. They have 2 infield umpires. Not sure if we told that whenever you had us with you.
They never asked either. That home plate umpire looked away and was still able to make the call.
Somehow.
He had to turn like he didn't have any equipment on.
1-2 coming. This one's going to be tapped down the third base side. Hayes off the hop. Hard to say in the grass, or what would be grass here on the turf. 5-3 will retire the side, but the Redbirds score twice. 2-0 as we head to the second. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. By now you have heard about our new One Checking product. The new One Account is a high-interest-earning, free checking account designed for everyone. Unlike other banks that pay interest on higher balance, this account pays interest on all balances. From high schoolers to Warren Buffett, One will work for you. You can talk to one of us at 244-3000 and learn about the details. One, exclusively at Community First Bank. You will be one happy customer. Member FDIC.
This is your local State Farm agent, Tony Wilt. I want to thank Mount Vernon and the surrounding area for continuing to support us over the past 5 years. If you have never sat down with someone to go over your insurance program, let me invite you into our office. Let us show you what working with the industry leader, represented by a local agent, can do for you. I'm located just off 42nd Street. You can reach our office 24 hours a day at 242-1421 or on the web at TonyWilt.com. Thanks again, and go Rams.
Back to Mount Vernon Rams Baseball, powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland.
Welcome back, WMIX, WMIXSports.com. As we head to the top of the second, Alton Redbirds lead the Mount Vernon Rams 2-0 here from GCS Ball Park. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside WMIX and WMIXSports.com. We got Blake Jones, Derek Hayes, and Zach Brookman, 6, 7, and 8 in the Ram lineup here in the top half of inning 2. First pitch from Matt Hopkins. We'll miss low for 1-0.
Mount Vernon kind of put themselves in a bind that inning. A couple misplayed balls and error.
1-0 pitch coming. That one's going to be raked right back up the middle for a base hit by Jones. So he'll lead off the inning. That's back-to-back innings that the Rams lead off with a base runner, and it'll bring in Derek Hayes with a runner on and nobody out.
Mount Vernon needs to start. Need to start. Have a chip away. A couple of years ago, Alton really jumped on Mount Vernon. Trying to keep from doing that here today.
2-0 ball game. 1 on and nobody out for the Rams. Trailing here in the top of the second. A pitch on the outside corner means 0-1 for Derek Hayes. Scoreboard updates today, few and far between as they may be, are presented by Tony Wiltz, your State Farm agent. Find him on the corner of 42nd and South Watertown, Mount Vernon, or online at TonyWilt.com and get you a better state with State Farm. As the 0-1 catches the outside corner for 0-2. One on and nobody out here in the top of the second of a 2-0 ball game with Derek Hayes, the Rams' third baseman, very back of the right-handed batter's box. The pitcher Hopkins out of the stretch. Looks in for the sign, fires a curveball, and it is going to be almost to the wickets of the third baseman. Tough throw over to first base, and safe is the runner on the air.
E5. The turf. And with that rain that landed on it for about 30, 40 minutes, the ball is not going to bounce. It's going to skid to you at times. And you can see the infielders and the outfielders really struggling with how fast that ball gets on them, skidding across that wet turf.
Tied run on first for the Rams, 2 on and nobody out in the top half of the second inning. Looking to the bottom of the order to get it done. It'll be Zach Brookman in, the left fielder. It's Matt Hopkins, who pitches off the extreme first base side of the rubber out of the stretch. Corner infielders are in, waiting for the bunt. It's going to miss low and away. It is Zach Brookman for 1-0.
Charged in the corners. Shortstop beating the runner to third. So that means with second baseman going to first, Jones at second could probably get a pretty good lead. That's good the runner at first. Little game of chicken going on now.
The mile away putting the end of that, and of course you hear the offense saying he knows. And there you go.
Yeah, they cheated the second baseman back that time. Maybe he did something early on one pitch to set up that one where the pickoff comes. Second baseman's key here. First baseman's going to have to either get it or get back. I can't believe they're going to charge 2 and run the shortstop.
A 1-0 count here to Zach Brookman. A great opportunity with 2 on and nobody out. That one's going to bounce around. It'll be 2-0 now to Brookman. It's ahead of the count here.
Classic situation here where the pitcher just got to throw a strike. Now, if you're Blake Jones at second, you got an opportunity here. If you can steal, you get another 2 or 3 steps off that bag and have a running now. Go.
There you go. That one's going to get away on the wild pitch. Jones will be held up at third, and it'll be Derek Hayes in the second. So that pays off. The count is now 3-0 to Zach Brookman as the Rams have a chance to tie it.
Sometimes teams try to outthink themselves. Very simple play. Leave the third baseman alone. Let the shortstop hold the runner at second. Let the first baseman charge in, hold the runner, and then charge in, and the pitcher covers third base. Instead of this moving around trying to make things so complicated, do the simple things at this level. That cost Alton there not only a wild pitch, but an extra base for both runners.
3-0 is the count to Brookman. A strike snuck across the inside corner for the obligatory 3-1. It'll Connor Story in the on-deck circle, the Ram lineup. He represents the ninth batter. Rams could get back to the top of the order. We'll see on 3-1 what comes from Hopkins. This will be fouled off. See if we throw any hands over here on the Alton side.
If you're Brookman, you have to get the ball in play. And get it in play where it goes, because that's going to be the key. Get a run in. You don't want to go through this at bat and say, no runs.
Full count, make or break time. 2 on and nobody out at the top of the second. Tying run on second base for the Rams against these Redbirds. Here comes the pitch from Hopkins. That's going to be a ground ball. Let's see. Cut off by the third baseman in front of the shortstop. He'll fire over to first. And 5-3 on the ground out RBI.
Yep, and that's what you got to do. You have to put the ball in play in that situation. Ground ball to the left of the third baseman. He went over to the hole, to his left, shortstop area. Cut it off, made the play, but they allowed the run to score. They're more than happy to trade the run for the out this stage of the game at the bottom of the second.
Brings in Connor Story with the tying run on third. The Rams trailing 2-1 here in the top of the second. Say about more of your Rams sponsors throughout the game, but it'll be left-handed Story back of the box against the right-hander out of the stretch. Here comes the pitch from Hopkins. It's going to miss up. It'll be 1-0 to Connor. Follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. 1-0 the count, 1 gone, a runner on third. Here comes the pitch on the way. That's going to miss outside. It's going to be 2 balls, no strikes to Story.
Infield in with 1 out and a runner at third. Smash one hard, hop one, so that runner at third can score if you're Connor Story.
Center fielder shading towards right on the left-handed bat. And it's across the outside corner of the Story. 2 balls and a strike. Tying run on third base. If you're just joining us here in the top of the second, it's a 2-1 ball game. Rams have 1 run on 1 hit with 1 error. Alton has 2 runs, 2 hits, 2 errors. Rams has stranded a pair of base runners already. As this is going to come low, it'll be 3-1 the Story.
Well, Story could get on it, rolls back to the top. That's what you'd like to see.
Setup of the park. There's a nice little gap here. left center field. If the ball can be pushed by Story, it'll be a strike well outside, and it'll make it a full count here.
If he hits one in left center field, he could run all day because it'll hit the shrine before it stops. It'll run forever in left center right now if he gets it there.
Full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 gone here in the second. Tying run on third. That's going to be a ground ball to short. They're going to come home with it on the fielder's choice. And out by a country mile will be Derek Hayes. The runner is safe at first.
Yeah, hit hard, but not hard enough. And that is the second out of the inning as Hayes is thrown out by Plenty at home plate. So the Rams lose a runner, cut down at home. And with 2 outs, that changes runner. Story gets his at first with 2 outs. And they're saying now the umpire threw out a bat, I think, for the Rams. Or said something about the bat.
Not sure what he said. Heard something about out. Pitches right across the middle. It's 0-1 to Ryan Campbell. He walked his last time back in the first, but was stranded on second base. Part of the 2 base runners the Rams stranded in that top half of the first. 0-1 the count. Tying run on first. 2 outs here in the top of the second. 2-1 ball game. Curveball gets away inside. That'll be 1-1 to Ryan Campbell with Reed Millwood on deck.
Begins a stretch of games where Mount Vernon plays some pretty nice places. GCS next Sunday at Bush. Step out here in the pack deck and see Bush Stadium from here.
1-1. Ooh, just gets inside. 2 balls and a strike to Campbell. And then, of course, a beautiful glimpse of the Gateway Arch.
SIU next Monday. Good little stretch.
Of course, then back to Carbondale the following day. Might just get a room as the 2-1 comes. Going to catch the outside corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes with the runner on and 2 gone here in the second. Rams trail 2-1. Of course, the Rams now at 500 in South 7 play, 3-3. Conference game coming up Thursday as this one will be a hard-hit ground ball. Tough play by the third baseman. High throw over to first, and barely getting back on the back after a great play is Aaron Bunnell. So that'll take care of the Rams through 1.5. It's 2-1 home. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Raise your hand if you're tired of showing up for a service appointment only to sit around a waiting room. Hi, Roy Schmidt, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram dealer at King City Chrysler Center. Our express lane fast oil changes and more provide quick, convenient service with no appointment needed. Our specialists are on hand to wait on you with lanes dedicated just for your oil changes, tire rotation, brake inspections, batteries, bulbs, wiper blades, air filter replacements, and more. We will also perform complimentary vehicle inspection with every oil change. We work around your schedule, open weekdays from 7:30 until 5 and Saturdays from 8 a.m. until noon. See Express Lane Fast Oil Changes and more for all of your service needs, and we will get you back on the road quick. We're located at King City Chrysler Center at 1603 Broadway in Mount Vernon, Illinois. Just another reason you can count on us.
This is Mount Vernon Rams Baseball, powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland.
Welcome back, WMIX, WMIXSports.com. 2-1, Rams trail the Alton Redbirds as we head to the bottom of the second. For the bottom of the Alton lineup, Stephen Wynn, Will Lewis, and Jacob Scravich. In for the Redbird lineup, 7, 8, and 9. As the Redbirds have 2 runs on 2 hits. They stranded a runner this afternoon or this evening. 7:19 here in the Central Time Zone. This game got started at about 6:50. Now the first pitch of the inning from Aaron Morgan out of the windup is a strike across the plate for 0-1 to Stephen Wynn. Sounds that way, not spelled that way. Last name of Wynn as the 0-1 is going to bounce all the way to the backstop for 1 ball and 1 strike. You find Second Chance Auto around 142 East in Mount Vernon, home of your largest selection of pre-owned vehicles priced under $10,000 in one location. Ask about Bank-Pay financing for all as this pitch somehow just misses 2-1. Like it was off the outside corner, must have been low. The vertical location was good, and it must have just been off the plate. But that looks pretty good as we wait the 2-1. We'll see what Morgan comes back with a fastball that's fouled off, and it's 2-2. Redbirds got 2 across the plate in the bottom half of the first inning. Rams chipped away, getting a runner across in the top of the second. As the 2-2 pitch is going to miss outside. Full count here to Win.
see. A quick inning for Mr. Morgan.
Count fouled off to stay alive for Wynn. Lewis followed by Scravage here in the Alton lineup.
On the order. Need a quick inning. It's the time to do it.
Full count. Leading things off, Wynn. This will be fouled back to stay alive. Community First Bank of the Heartland. 5 Jefferson County branches. Responsive quality service for all of your accounts. Community First Bank would like to be the first to say, welcome back to Personal Banking, member FDIC. 3-2 the count, it's full. Wynn leading it off in the inning, and he'll wave and miss on the pitch outside for the second strikeout for Aaron Morgan.
Looked to me like Wynn was guessing something else. Kind of took a flailed swing like he was trying to hit an off-speed pitch that he got fastball high and away, and was very late, couldn't catch up to it. 1 out.
One out here in the inning as we await. First pitch to number 3, Will Lewis. Here it comes from Morgan. Ooh, right across the plate, now that it won. Oh, one coming, checks his swing. Everybody up here says he went. Third base umpire says he does. So he doesn't too.
Okay, so you have a right-hand hitter and you appeal the third.
Hello? Probably not used to having the extra umpire because, as usual, I mean, that's one thing I come up with. I'm as baffled as anybody else. Is this going to be a hard hit ground ball in the 0-2? Millwood some issues. Fires over to first. In time.
I'll bet it's because his hat was dirty. He could probably handle that ball. Again, that ball's skidding out there to these infielders and outfielders. It's going to be that much quicker. And it's not because of the turf. It's because it's wet. That ball's just sliding over the top of it right now. And everybody from both teams defensively struggling with that.
2 outs down, the base is empty. This brings in Scravage. This is low, and it's 1-0. 2 outs here in the inning. Bottom half of the second inning. 2-1 ball game. Rams trail by a run. See what happens here with Aaron Morgan. Pitch on the way. It's going to be low, and it's 2-0 to Scravage.
JV, all the team had white unis on. The varsity have gray. Count goes to 2-1. Sun starts to set a little bit deeper in the west. To our right, we look out towards the southeast. Interstate 255 behind the backdrop of center field.
2-1 pitch up. It'll be 3 balls and a strike.
Morgan, the plate jumped around a little bit on him. Had 16 pitches in the first inning. Almost to that point here in the second. All the JV Rams stuck around there and seats behind the dugout.
3-1, misses low, and a 2-out walk. So there goes the 1-2-3 inning, or at least the hopes of it. That'll go back to the top of the order. Noah Rathke reached on an error and scored back in the first. Eek. It's a 2-1 ball game right now in the bottom half. Rams have 1 run on 1 hit. Just 1 error, but the Redbirds have 2 runs, 2 hits, 2 errors. Runner on first and 2 gone. Morgan out of the stretch, extreme right side of the rubber, I should say third base side, and the pitch will miss now to Rathke. It'll be 1-0.
Big time in the city to our west. Have the Cardinals in town playing the first place Brewers. WWE Raw going on right now at Scott Trade, and the Rams are in Sauget. Doesn't get any better than that.
1-0 coming. Cross the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike.
The Blues, oh, wait a minute, they're done. So the St. Louis down to baseball now to worry about for a few months.
One ball, 1 strike. 2 outs, a runner on first here in the bottom of the second. Alton looking to add to their 2-1 lead as they check on the runner at first. Back with the head first dive. Not much doing over there. Bottom of the hour, WMIX Mount Vernon, a free service from Withers Broadcasting. You can follow us on the Twitterverse at WMIX Sports. We're on Facebook as well. One of our Ants Booster sponsors is Winning Edge. Made some very nice WMIX Sports polos. They can customize anything for your school, team, or organization. See what they can do at winningedgeusa.com or stop by and see them at 212 South 9th in Mount Vernon. 1 ball, 1 strike to leadoff batter. Rathke lifts one into right, Story will trot to make the grab now, back pedals, and there it is. There's your third out as the Redbirds strand the runners, still 2-1 Alton. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Women's health care just got closer to home, right here in Salem. St. Mary's Good Samaritan Women's Health Care and OBGYNs Dr. Deborah Carson, Dr. Doug Combs, Dr. Jamie Plett, Dr. Elizabeth Byer-Nolan, and Dr. Michael Schifano are seeing patients every Tuesday at the Salem Family Health Center. That means you'll have a full range of OBGYN services close to home, including prenatal and wellness checks, incontinence treatment, and family planning options for when your family's complete. Plus, access to state-of-the-art Da Vinci robotic surgery for quicker recovery and less pain after hysterectomy. Ladies, your health is important, so why not get OBGYN care right here close to home by St. Mary's Good Samaritan Women's Health Care. Call 1-877-456-2496 to make your appointment. That's 1-877-456-2496.
Streaming worldwide at WMIXsports.com. This is Mount Vernon Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Welcome back, WMIX, WMIXsports.com. We had at the top of the third, the Alton Redbirds on top, 2-1. It'll be Reed Millwood, Thomas Weber, and Jake Pike. 2, 3, and 4 in Tim Holloway's lineup. Community First Bank of the Heartland is the official voice of high school sports here on WMIX. Find them in Mount Vernon, Dix, Woodlawn, and Ina. Never too far away. They are the market leader in Jefferson County. Welcome back to Personal Banking, member FDIC, as Millwood takes the first pitch outside for 1-0. Hopkins out of the lineup. Here comes the right-handers offering on 1-0. It's 2-0 as that's low. The turf, you could say. Two balls, no strikes to Reed Millwood, the second baseman, leading things off here in the third of a 2-1 game. And here comes. This one is going to be a ground ball to short, bobbled by Wynn, looking to fire across the diamond. Still makes the out, 6-3. Another bobble off the slick turf. Now batting, catcher, 45, Thomas Weber. Settling in the catcher Weber with one out, nobody on. Here in the top of the third of a 2-1 ball game. One is the difference here. One also means more at Community First Bank. Welcome back to Personal Banking, member FDIC. The right-handed pitcher is Matt Hopkins for the Alton Redbirds. Here comes the first pitch. Weber checks his swing, but looks like he went. He'll appeal to the proper umpire this time, and it's 1-0.
Front field's gone now, basically. Not too much of a problem.
1-0 misses low. 2 balls, no strikes to Weber. Pike in the on-deck circle for the Rams.
I'm about to dip down. Left fielder's about the only one that's got to deal with it right now. On a gorgeous evening in the Metro East.
2-1. It's going to be not foul. Tip swung and a miss by Weber. It'll be 2 balls, 1 strike. Pike in the on-deck circle. Smith to follow should the inning get that far. Well, now bases empty at the top of the third. A 2-1 ball game. The Redbirds jumped out to an early 2-0 lead. Rams got to run back an inning to go. See if they can chip away here as that misses low and inside to Weber. 3 balls and a strike. Weber, the right-handed catcher, ahead in the count here. It's a hitter's count of 3-1. Pitch on the way is going to be waved at and missed. The count is full.
Took a little off there that time.
Base is empty, 1 out. Here comes the pitch on the way from Hopkins. Off speed, fouled into the third base dugout. Count is full now to Weber, the senior catcher for the Rams. Struggling a bit as of late. Feeling that he is beyond due. Start off the season on fire. I believe 3 home runs on the year, maybe 4 by now. As we wait the full count pitch, here it comes. In on the hands, fouled off to stay alive, fought it off.
Second straight time at bat, Weber's had full counts. And a lot of pitches.
scoreboard updates. There was not a lot of action today. But they're presented to you by Tony Wiltz, your State Farm agent in Mount Vernon. Find them on the corner of 42nd and South Water Tower. Look for them online at TonyWiltz.com. Or try to find the white State Farm Jeep around town and get you a better state as whoever fouls another one off toward the third base dugout. Fighting that bat here, a full count, 1 out, nobody on for the Ram catcher. Mount Vernon trails 2-1 here to the Alton Redbirds. Made that short jaunt, about half an hour. Here to Alton, up 255. Turns into Illinois 255 there for a stretch. As Weber will take it low and away. It's a 1-out walk. Up, good at bat. 2 full counts for Weber. 2 times he's reached base. We'll have the courtesy runner as Pike comes to the plate. Pike struck out his last time, but I think was caught off guard by an extreme strike zone. So as Sam Storman takes over on first base as the courtesy runner for the catcher, it'll be up to Jake Pike. Tying run on first, 1 out here in the top of the third inning. Rams with a 2-1 deficit. Pitcher out of the stretches, the right-hander Matt Hopkins. Catcher Paul sets up inside, and this one's going to be tipped foul by Pike. That was up.
Pike had dreams of putting one out there on the berm and just missed it, fouled it straight back. A little high out of his red-hot zone.
0-1 the count to Jake. Off the foul tip, let's see what the pitcher Hopkins comes back with here out of the stretch. Checks on the runner at first. I kind of wondered, the way he has that ball out behind his back, it's like surely he's not going to come with it there. Last time he did that, I thought he checked on the runner. See if that's a tendency. Probably not. Runner on first, 1 out, 0-1 the count here to Pike. Here comes, and that one's going to be lifted left field side. Hampton should have far to go. Not quite to the track, will make the grab. Back to first base will go Storman. There's your second out.
A little room out there, about 315-foot hit. Cooler air now, past the 7 o'clock, 7:30 hour. That ball's not going to travel as much with the lights on. Cool air here in the valley, the river valley that we're in. Nary a whisper of wind right now compared to what we had when we arrived here about 4 o'clock.
No doubt about that. Storman's going to run the second on the ball that gets away. The throw is well in time. They're going to say that Storman slid underneath the tag. That puts a tying run in scoring position here for Braden Smith, who took the first pitch behind the back. It'll be 1-0.
You can tell Weber, or I should say courtesy runner Storman, did not beat the ball with second base. Ball beating down there. The swipe tag missed completely. Good call by the base umpire. More times than not, that's an out just because the ball beats the runner.
1-0's the count here with the tying run on second. Pop fly off to the first base side and foul ground, and making the grab is Bunnell. That'll take care of the Rams here in the third. Through 2.5, it's 2-1. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Now is a great time to move your account to Community First Bank. With our new One account offering the highest interest rate in the market, free checking, and CD specials delivered by people you know and trust, why would you not bank with the market leader in Jefferson County? We offer 5 locations with 7 ATMs and have been serving the Jefferson County market since 1906. Stop in and see why our bank is the fastest growing bank in Jefferson County. Community First Bank. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC.
You need a great quality new-to-you vehicle. There's a reason why Second Chance Auto has been helping put families into affordable, dependable vehicles for over 34 years. Honest, fair deals. Ain't nothing fancy, just great vehicles with warranties and bank rate financing for all. That's the only way Second Chance Auto will do business. They're receiving new vehicles every day. So be sure to stop by and find out how you can save thousands on the total cost of your vehicle. Helping people get in a great, dependable vehicle for over 34 years. Second Chance Auto, Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Call 244-4582.
Find us on Facebook. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
WMIX, WMIXSports.com. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside. Here's we head to the bottom of the third inning. The Mount Vernon Rams trail the Alton Redbirds by a score of 2-1. But it'll be 2, 3, and 4 due up here for Alton. Hopkins, Falda, and Hudson in the home half of the third. 2 runs, 2 hits, 2 errors for Alton. 1 left on base. The Rams have 1 run on 1 hit, 1 error, and they've stranded 3, 4. I've been tabulating as we've gone along. That'll happen. You have a hit at least, no?
Use that scoreboard in right field. We know it's correct.
Yes, it is.
1-1 the count now. Hopkins drove in a run back in the first and scored. Starting pitcher also probably drove the bus.
May have. Morgan will miss, low and away to the left-handed bat of Matt Hopkins. 2 balls and a strike. Leading things off here in the third.
The thing about this is the foul ball goes down the side. They were when the teams arrived here, ironically, they were told nobody could wear metal spikes. Then they were told that they could. A change of mind happened throughout the day.
That will happen. This is going to be a ground ball left side, picked up by Hayes, fires across, tough scoop by Pike off of the turf, and 5-3 will be your first down. Nick Palmer will come in with nobody on and 1 out. Community First Bank of the Heartland is the official voice of high school sports here on WMIX. Find them online at CountFirstBank.net. They are all over social media, and of course you can always ask about one checking, free checking with high yield interest. Morgan out of the wind up here with 1 out, the base is empty. First pitch to the catcher, and that's going to be a tough ground ball. Campbell out of the glove, it'll come. He'll have to chase after it in front of him into the grass or the green turf, and that'll be an error.
Another example. Turf, wet, ball gets on you quicker than what you expect, and you kick it around. Was not the first error of the night. Probably won't be the last.
Especially not in this type of situation. 1 on and 1 out. Here comes another left-handed bat. Brian Hudson doubled his last time. 0-1 the count here. Runner on and 1 out. Bottom of the third inning. If you're just joining us from GCS Ball Park in Sauget, we're in the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios driven by Ford Square. Check out the 2014 Ford Fusion. Ford Square, 1501 Broadway in Mount Vernon, online at FordSquare.com. As the 0-1 pitch comes, it was high. Fastball, so we're going to miss. And then a high throw will sail into center field as the runner was taking second base.
Yeah, Weber had a shot, just couldn't get good grip on the baseball, had a double clutch. When he did, shot it straight up into the atmosphere. Ball going over to Campbell's head at second in the center field, but no harm done. The runner slid, could not advance on the missed throw.
No balls, 2 strikes. The runner on second. This will be tapped foul to the backstop to stay alive for Brian Hudson. 1 for 1 today. Aaron Bonnell on deck had a sac fly RBI back in the first. Really been the difference in this game is that first inning that's all leads 2-0.
Campbell had the runner at second right behind him. They just didn't elect to throw it back there.
Pitch on the way. Wow. He ironed into left field, and making the grab is Zach Brookman. 2 away.
Ball not traveling well. Easy pop out. And Alton right now, runner at second with 2 outs here in the bottom of the third.
Insurance run on second base for the Redbirds as Aaron Bonnell will stand in. Has a sac fly RBI in the right field his last time up. Has an RBI chance here. But it's a ground ball to Millwood. Gets the Rams out of the inning. 4-3 retires the side. As the Redbirds strand another runner. We had 2 at the top of the 4th. Still 2-1 Alton. This is Rams Baseball powered by Community First Bank.
Qualifications and rules apply. See institution for details.
Bill, where are we going?
We're trying to find my ATM.
We just passed an ATM.
But that's not my ATM. I lose $4 if it's not my ATM.
Make any ATM your ATM. Introducing free Kasasa Checking with monthly rewards like cash and ATM fees back in your pocket. Visit trykasasa.com. Kasasa.
Visit People's National Bank or peoplesnationalbank.com for your Kasasa Checking. Member FDIC.
For 16 years, I wrote about the area's great teams. Now I'm part of a great team, the sales team, Schmidt Ford of Salem. Hi, folks, it's Mike McManus, and I'm proud to be part of the Schmidt Ford family. Whether it be a new or pre-owned vehicle, let me or any other of our professional sales consultants help you find your next car or truck. You'll be glad you did. So stop by Schmidt Ford of Salem or visit us online at schmidtfordofsalem.com.
Back to Mount Vernon Rams Baseball, powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland.
Welcome back, WMIX and WMIXSports.com. We head to the top of the fourth. The two up for the Rams will be Blake Jones, Derek Hayes, and Zach Brookman. Production came from this part of the order back in the second. We'll see if the Rams can tie it or maybe take the lead here in the fourth. Jones, of course, had that single and later scored. Hayes reached on an error. They got a 5-3 RBI for Brookman. That's how the Rams got that run back in the top of the second. We'll see what they're made of here in even-numbered innings. Video streaming will return on May the 24th for MVTHS graduation. It'll be presented by Ridge Lake College. Log on to rlc.edu to see which of their more than 100-degree and certificate programs is right for you.
So prom is Saturday, and 3 weeks later is graduation.
Hard to believe.
It goes downhill, I'm telling you right now. When you turn the corner in May, things start going quickly. Now, not this year so much because of snow days. A lot of people getting out in June. You're District 80, June 14th. Because of their construction, ball fouled back.
That's their one here for Blake Jones.
Lights have not taken effect yet.
Not really. As the 0-1. This time will sneak its way through the left side of the infield. Jones is 2 for 2 as his bats start to come alive.
That baseball looks like a watermelon to him coming up there. It's as big as a beach ball. And right now, he's had a couple of good swings down that 6th hole, and time for some of these other guys to feed off of that and take off.
Out of the stretch now for the pitcher. Matt Hopkins, runner on first is the tying run with nobody out here in the top of the fourth. Game got started about 15 minutes late. Could have started early, but the rain set other ideas, and now another idea for the pitcher Hopkins. A fastball past Derek Hayes is nothing to want.
I see more chance of more rain tomorrow in the afternoon. Not severe, but chance of a little more rain, which might cause some issue. I don't know. If the sun doesn't come out early tomorrow and dry out, there may not be anything tomorrow either.
There you go. It's nothing in one. It's going to be fouled off into the club seats to our right. It's nothing in 2 now to Hayes. He reached on an error his last time.
We can tell you the softball game for Lady Rams tomorrow has been moved to Marion. So the Marion will make the trip up to Mount Vernon on Thursday. They'll reverse because of wet grounds.
Unfortunately, due to those circumstances beyond our control, we will no longer be able to carry the Lady Rams game tomorrow. As the 0-2 will be fouled off.
He only brought his keyboard.
And that makes things interesting.
Oh, there it is. I thought he brought his keyboard. I said, well, that's the longest internet extension cord typing thing I've ever seen, but never mind.
Web TV to the extreme.
Web TV, man. Long distance. And now he's in pain. He bumped his knee on something, and now we're going to have to...
That'll happen here.
Where's Carrie at? We need a trainer. Called it a pin. He took a bad bump. Left hand went up. Cross arms.
Nothing in 2 the count here to Hayes. That'll dig around in the turf. 1-2 now to the Ram third baseman.
He just tapped out. Don't have to worry about anything. Ring the bell. A lot of people in downtown tonight.
There are. Cardinals. World Wrestling Entertainment.
Culture.
Sure there's some people down on the landing for the heck of it on a Monday night. 1-2, hard hit ground ball to third baseman. Could be 2. Jones slides into second. That'll help disrupt the double play. And I'll go down as 5-4 on the force fielder's choice, but it leaves the runner on first for the Rams. Still the tying run.
Jones goes in and slides feet first. Oh, dive bomb. I got Blackbirded there.
You don't even want to know about birds at me right now.
That Blackbird just flew in, but Jones slid in. When he slid in, he held his hands up. And as he slid through with that wet surface out there, he just slid right into the second baseman, and they could not turn 2. Good hard baseball out there. What did you like to see?
Jones is good. It's good old-fashioned, old-school hard baseball. No doubt about that.
Nothing dirty or intentional, just sliding.
Quick strike to Brookman for nothing in 1. He grounded into a 5-3 RBI his last time. Has the tying run on first here. 1 out in the top of the fourth, a 2-1 ball game. Rams trailing the Alton Redbirds. An annual matchup every year. Pilgrimage here to Sauget at GCS Ball Park, home of the 3A Super Sectional. 2A as well. Got to do the 3A Super last year. That was interesting during the Frontier League season. Certain amenities are available that aren't available the rest of the year as we went the 0-1.
Yeah. Bonus about playing over here in June, May. Lots of good amenities available to the press.
Yes. 1 on, 1 out, 0-1 as that's going to catch the plate to Brooklyn. No balls and 2 strikes here.
Kind of getting revved up down below, all their new foods ordered for the year. So fresh popcorn, fresh pretzels, nachos, none of that stale stuff yet here in a couple weeks for the season starts.
Tried quite a bit of their fare down below. My 3 usuals here at GCS Ball Park. 0-2. Nope. It's going to be a check on the runner at first. Hayes is back, no problem. Here's 1 out, a runner aboard. Top of the 4th inning from GCS Ball Park. It's a 2-1 ball game. Of course, to tell you about Second Chance Auto, one of our great Rams booster sponsors. Wow, that sounded Canadian there for a second.
Defense. Get back in the zone.
Here it comes. Waved at a miss on 0-2. And first base not open out is Brookman. That'll be the second out. The Second Chance Auto has the largest selection of pre-owned vehicles priced at $10,000 in one location. You find them on Route 142 East in Mount Vernon, where they always support the Mount Vernon Rams, and of course, never have fancy sales or gimmicks, just honest deals and pay great financing for all. 2 outs now. Connor Story will stand in. Ground into a fielder's choice as last time. Cut Birds out there.
Hell, there's no one on a flyby.
This will miss low and away to the left-handed Story. I got one that wants to dive bomb me every day because it built a nest in an inopportune place for me.
At the station?
No, at home.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, not happy. And it wants to chirp out all the time, so I chirp back.
But that's a heck of a conversation. Pretty cheap, I bet.
Fun. Is this one to be fouled off? Off the roof.
The roof of the souvenir.
Off of the awning.
Yeah. The angle was kind. They're going to tell somebody to go look for it. Too bad it's on the roof.
That's 25 feet left of the compressor unit.
Somebody for the JV Rams is off looking for his foul ball. Everybody's laughing at him, the rest of them, because the ball stayed on the roof. He won't be able to get it.
We'll find that today. As the 1-1 pitch, we wait for it to Story. Short bunt pulled back, comes inside. Should be a 2-1 count to the Ram right fielder with a tying run on first base. 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. 2-1 score. As the Rams have had some successes against Alton. Many triumphs, not too many basketball. Going the other way. 2-1. Oh, that one's going to be lined foul toward the bullpen. That hit a pole and come back into the bullpen.
Hit the backstop pole that holds the netting. Quieting back in, off the post. Goalie's best friend.
Multiple Rams will chase after, some of the field, some not.
Yeah, one Ram says, oh, wait a minute, it's not on the berm. I got to act like I'm looking for something now.
What I used to do is this going to miss low and away.
Full count now.
Full count.
Runner at first will be off with a full count, 2 outs.
PA guy's amped up here.
PA's amped. He's mad about something. Yeah.
He's foreseeing the future. He's trying to be Nostradamus. Counts full, 2 gone. Runner on first. Is a tying run. Story. He's going to call time, try to disrupt the rhythm of the pitcher.
Flow, man. Disrupt the flow.
That's the word I was looking for. Flow. Well, that move's changed immensely.
Yeah. I gave you one bit of news. You're crazy.
Here comes. Ground ball down the third base side. Here comes. Oh, just in the nick of time on the throw by Will Lewis. 5-3 will retire the side. That's a Rams stranded under runner. We head to the bottom half. Still 2-1 Redbirds. They're flying high. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
How can we keep the people we love safe and secure in their own home? Let the Medicine Shop's home medical equipment team help you with all your mobility and specialty product needs. They provide mobility products like motorized scooters, wheelchairs, and home stair lifts. The Medicine Shop's expertly trained staff can also provide car and van lift installations, and they offer a full service repair facility for medical equipment, whether you purchased it from them or somewhere else. Here's pharmacist and pharmacy owner Eric Black.
We service a 60-mile radius area, so a pretty wide area. We service orders from several area hospitals, and we have the staff in place that really sets us apart. We have 3 respiratory therapists and 2 seating specialists to help with seating on wheelchair and power chair needs. And we just feel that we have the staff and the warehousing and the facilities in place to really set us apart from any of our competitors in the area.
The Medicine Shop Pharmacy, 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon.
This is Mount Vernon Rams Baseball, powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland.
6, 7, and 8 due up in the Alton lineup here as we head to the bottom half of the 4th. The Redbirds with a 2-1 lead as the Rams have 1 run on 1 hit, but they've stranded 5. Both teams have 2 errors defensively. The Redbirds, of course, have 2 runs on 2 hits. They've stranded 3 runners today. As the first pitch is going to be lined to left field. Could be extra bases for Drake Hampton. Whacker into the corner for Drake as he will head into second base in a stand-up leadoff double.
Easy double, 2-3 hop to the wall, down to the 318 mark. He cruises into second, bottom of the 4th. Action in the Redbird bullpen. Now action commences in the Mount Vernon bullpen. Brock Fulkerson heads down the left field line to the pen. 4 ballparks, one of these. They have their bullpens in game territory. 4 MLB parks have their bullpens in game territory.
That they do. Are you trying to get me to name them?
I don't know. Can you?
I can think of one.
Okay.
Is one of them just turning 100?
Yeah.
That's one.
Yeah.
See, here's the problem. I want to go old school and think of places that are no longer around.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I struggle. It's a 2-1 ball game. A runner on second, nobody out here in the bottom of the 4th. Stephen Wynn, the shortstop, struck out his last time. Left field show bunt. And it's a beauty. Right side or third base side of the mound, picked up by the pitcher, and that's going to be an error. The run will come in to score. It's 3-1 all.
So go as a sack. E1, no RBI. Runner goes to second. It's 3-1 Alt on the error. Cubs are 1.
Thinking here.
Can we tell you another one?
No.
Okay.
Gosh, come on. We got plenty of time. They give you like 6 or 8 innings. Come up with this in the big leagues.
I know.
They'll have a conversation.
No, they can't have hints. No hints.
No, you talk about it, and then you inadvertently give a hint by naming something. And that's how you think of it. Mm-hmm. 2 of the best, the trivia, are probably Chip Carey and Joe Simpson.
Well,
the best ravine.
No,
I know where they're at.
I know where they're at. All right. As Tim Holloway, I'll let you think. Your multitasking has come to a screeching halt.
Yeah.
Tim Holloway goes to the mound, brings in the infield runner at second, nobody out. Alton has scored 1 on the air. Brock Fulkerson just got down to the pen. He is not ready yet, I wouldn't think. Coming here, pitcher in the Alton bullpen warming up. Trouble of brewing. Alton up 3-1 in the 4th. I'll be looking it up. Cheer?
I'm not.
Okay. Golly. Come on.
Come on, man. I'm not cheating.
Gosh.
I'm in my notifications menu, now I'm in my email, because you know I do conduct business while I'm doing this.
Well, I know.
Heaven forbid.
Notice.
Oh, yeah? Real job comes calling sometimes, too. This isn't part of my real job.
Okay.
As we will have a new Ram pitcher. Brock Fulkerson will come on in relief here in the bottom of the 4th inning. 3-1 is the Ram deficit. Of course, the Rams not having a conference game until Thursday. You can afford this risk tonight.
Aaron Morgan goes 3 1/3. 3 hits, 3 runs, no earned. No walks, 2 strikeouts. He still is responsible for the runner out at second base. Can be the loser, can't be the winner. Can't have a no decision if Mount Vernon were to come back.
And we'll see if that process begins now. They'll have a runner on second base, a 3-1 lead for the Alton Redbirds. The first batter he will see is Will Lewis, who grounded out to second his last time up. A visit to the mound, however, is presented by the Medicine Shop Pharmacy, 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon. Dr. Eric Black and staff proudly support the Mount Vernon Rams and the local community. Didn't Candlestick used to? Because that's what I keep coming back to.
No.
Did they not? Because I know the new one doesn't.
There's 2.
Oh, it does. I got it backwards, I bet.
Yeah.
I think Fenway did.
Nope.
Oh. This is one of those that's very easy until you stop to think about it. Like, if you're just in the car on the way home or driving here, I'm sure it would come to both of us naturally. But that's certainly not the case right now. Interesting. Give me the other 2, so I'm struggling right now.
The other 2 are American League facilities.
Okay. What are they?
One is in the AL East, one is in the AL West.
Okay, what are they?
One is Tampa Bay.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah, because new ballpark, awful ballpark, got nowhere to put them in that little dome.
Yeah.
And in Oakland.
Oh, yeah.
They have the expansive foul territory.
The sewer center.
And a sewer that's awful.
That's right.
So, there you go.
There we go. time.
Yeah. That's what I said. That's baseball trivia for tonight since these bullpens are in play. Don't see that very often anymore. Now, they have the mound way down the line, so less of a chance. Fulkerson's ready.
First pitch strike across the plate to Will Lewis. It's 0-1 to the Alton third baseman here in the bottom of the fourth. A run has crossed the plate. Another run on second base with nobody out here in the inning. As the Rams looking for Brock Fulkerson, the senior ace, to try to get a hold of things here in the bottom of the fourth. A great night after the storm came through. He'll make an attempt at second base to keep the runner honest.
Yeah. Now, let's see if Mount Vernon set something up. Shortstop Campbell came all the way to third. Left Millwood by his lonesome at second with the runner. See if that set anything up.
0-1 pitch out of the stretch. And this is going to be a bunt attempt, but it was a strike regardless. And 0-2 now to Will Lewis.
You're making the hitter bunt your pitch. That does not bode well for the hitter with 2 strikes. Doubt if he's bunting now. So he's contact swinging, trying to get something to the right side. Kind of cooling off here for mid-spring.
0-2, here it comes. Curveball fouled off to stay alive as the runner was going to third. And we'll do it again. No balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Runner on second here in the bottom of the fourth as the Redbirds have scored again to take a 3-1 lead.
Probably would have been ball 1, and then the runner had third stolen easy. It's almost like give up the out or pitch just to, let the runner get to third.
Check on the runner, and the throw goes to the second base side of the bag. And back safely is Stephen Wynn. So no balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. A good chance here for Will Lewis, but maybe an even better chance for Brock Fulkerson, the senior pitcher, to get something started. The third baseman, Hayes, is on the skin of the green turf here. So I want to say infield grass, but we'll say infield green turf. Is this one is going to be a hard-hit ball? Diving shortstop Campbell will pick it up. Tough play. It's a worm burner over to first, not in time. And that will be a single for Lewis.
Yep. Single, first and second, Bill. Nobody out. Not to start. Vernon once in this one.
That'll be up to Jacob Skrebich. Not said how it's pronounced, or not spelled how you would think. Skrabacz. Scrabble, in other words. 2 on and nobody out for Skrebich, the second baseman, and that's a first pitch strike, 0-1.
The bunting has been
Yeah.
not very pretty bunting efforts here from the gray-clad Redbirds.
No doubt.
The guy wearing the helmet, Alton down the right field line, trying to protect the catcher, is also warming up. Nobody else knows that, though.
Not even him. But this one is going to be a strike on the bunt attempt. High throw back to second behind the runner, but a good effort. And it's 0-2 to Skrebich.
Nothing will agitate coaches more than guys that can't get a bunt down. And like you've mentioned over the spring, it's disheartening to see in this day and age bunts not being able to be put down. One of the easiest things you can do in the game of baseball, especially the dead and bats. I mean, it's not like the old days where the pingers were going on.
0-2 the count. Here comes inside the runner going. Throw and plenty of time. And caught stealing is Stephen Wynn at third base for the first out. The runner does go to second, Will Lewis. So 1 out, a runner in scoring position now in second base for Skrebich. It's a 1-2 count.
And see, that puts pressure on the coach. You've got first and second, nobody out. You got a guy who can't get a bunt down. You think, okay, I got to do something. I got to get these runners. So you get the runner and takes off. The runner gets a late turn, gets thrown out. Now you got a runner at second with 1 out. You just got to, it's one of those deals where as they make a throw to second. One of those things where, as a player, you got to get that bunt down. Now the coach is forced to do something, he thinks. Now almost runs himself out of an inning error in this one.
1-2 the count. Here comes the pitch on the way, and that is going to miss low and away. Count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Community First Bank of the Heartland is the official voice of high school sports here on WMIX. Ask about their free checking and high-yield interest. What means more? Community First Bank. Welcome back to Personal Banking. We await the 2-2. Sizable lead for the runner off a second. He thought about going. It's going to be off and played outside. The count is full.
Yeah, that 1-2 pitch was huge. It was called outside. Now it's full count. Well, you got to wonder why Alton tried to steal third with first and second and nobody out, and they had gotten 3 runners on to start the inning. Very good choice on that point.
One out and a runner on second here in the bottom of the 4th. 3-1 ball game. Alton on top looking for more. And that, a foul tip to the center.
Interesting. Didn't on our ears. Didn't hear it. Home plate umpire said that it clicked. Oh.
As Falk will fake back to second. Full count here on the batter. Jacob Screvich, the second baseman. Noah Ratkiff is in the on-deck circle.
Gets points on Werder's prints and some of those letters.
No kidding. I got 142 if you put them in the right places. This is going to be takes a bad hop off the soft liner on the ground to Campbell. Into the outfield, they'll throw ahead of the runner, cut by Pike. It'll be runners to the corners with 1 out.
I wonder, with the arc of the baseball, the way it was hit, if he didn't get it in light, because Campbell went to his knees and kind of dove at it at the shortstop spot. I wonder if he got in the lights for a moment. He lost it, bounced in front of him, bounced over his head in the left field for a base hit. So it goes first and third and 1 out now, and they roll back to the top of the order. Tough play there. One of those you probably got to make. It's just second out, keeps the runner at second. But now it's first and third. Now Alton's got options on the table.
First pitch on the way, the leadoff batter sees its way through, and the Redbirds are going to score again on the RBI single by Noah Ratkiff.
RBI, a base hit to the left side, right between third and short. 4-1 Redbirds. They don't get the bunt down. They get a runner thrown out at third, and they still get a run. It's disheartening if you're the Rams here in this one. Brock Fulkerson in, and Alton continues.
4-1 ball game. 2 aboard here, only 1 out. The runners are on first and second here in the bottom of the 4th. Fulkerson out of the stretch. He'll see his counterpart, Matt Hopkins. He's 1 for 2, had an RBI single and scored back in the first inning. Tony Willpower's your scoreboard updates. You can find them online at TonyWill.com. Look for the white State Farm Jeep around town and get to a better state with State Farm. Here comes the pitch on the way. Waved at and missed. And it's 0-1 now to Matt Hopkins.
An ominous evening has turned pleasant.
Supposed to be a little chilly over the next few days. Tonight as the 0-1 comes into the opposing batter's box. The count's even 1 ball and 1 strike.
About the time you're able to shut down the wood stove, clean it up, get it ready for the summer, and get another opportunity. Although I know one particular wood stove is shut down.
1 ball, 1 strike. Foul tip. It'll be 1 and 2. I take it you have a wood stove shut down.
No, Irvington's wood stove.
I got you.
Shut down. It's been cleaned. There will be no more.
Done.
Yeah. Overruled. There was temptation thought about coming this week, but that's been overruled.
1-2 the count here on the batter, Hopkins. That's going to just miss. We'll throw behind the runner. It's going to go into center field. Good backup on the play by Jones, and it'll keep the runners at first and second.
Hustling in from center field. 2-2 count now, down 4-1.
Two on, only 1 out here. Runners at first and second, the bottom of the 4th. 2 across the plate already for Alton. With a 4-1 lead. Ground ball, second baseman Millwood. He'll fire over to first, and 4-3 is your second out as the runners advance. That'll bring in the catcher, Nick Paldo, with 2 outs and runners on second and third.
Morgan gives up 4 runs and earned all unearned errors.
Crazy how this game of baseball works. It's the first pitch to the catcher will miss outside and low. It'll be 1-0. Like College powers our video streaming. Log on to rlc.edu to see how you can save thousands of dollars on your college education. As a 1-0, it'll be popped up. That should be a can of corn at center field. No, it's not. That one's going to fall for a base hit in the left center field. And because both runners were going,
man, hit. And Jones came in, and I happened to look up on that film when he hit it, and I watched Jones. He didn't move. Then he started to move. Then he held his hands out, the universal sign of where's it at. And when it came in, it was over his head. The lights here are starting to take effect, but not quite yet. He's probably looking to a clear western sky because it's not dark over there yet. He could not pick up the ball. The ball drops in center field for an two RBI double, and Alton now up 6-1, and the Rams' misplays, errors or not, have really cost him in this game so far.
No doubt about that. 2 outs and a runner on second for Brian Hudson. And he will take a pitch low for ball. It's 1-0.
Oh, boy. It's a tough double. But it is a double. He didn't touch it. Can't assume the error.
One ball, no strikes. Here comes the pitch. Low and away for a strike now. The count will even to the right fielder. 1 ball, 1 strike. 6-1 is now the Ram deficit. 4 runs across the plate here in the home half of the fourth for the Redbirds. Wilkerson out of the stretch. Runner on second. Nice lead, and this is going to just miss off the plate. 2-1.
There's not much traffic on 255. Not today. Kind of a slow night. I know it's Monday.
2-1 coming. This one's going to be fouled back near us. Bounced up and over.
Our friend is going out to take a look. Signs on the backside as you park behind the backstop here say, park at your own risk. AKA, we're not paying for it.
2-2, and that one's going to miss low and away. The count is full here to Brian Hudson, the right fielder. 2 outs and a runner on second. Another RBI chance as there's action from the Ram bullpen down the left field line. Here it comes. Full count, swung on a miss, and that will get the Rams out of the inning. 8 to the plate, 4 back across for the Redbirds. They scored 4 more to take a 6-1 lead. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. By now you have heard about our new One Checking product. The new One Account is a high-interest earning, free checking account designed for everyone. Unlike other banks that pay interest on higher balance, this account pays interest on all balances. From high schoolers to Warren Buffett, One will work for you. You can talk to one of us at 244-3000 and learn about the details. One, exclusively at Community First Bank. You will be one happy customer. Member FDIC.
Registration for summer classes at Rendley College is going on now. The 8-week summer term is a great chance to catch up on classes you need, from general education to electives and more. Curious about starting college or even a little nervous? Summer is a good time for new students to find out what Rendley College can do for you. Registration for summer classes continues through June 6th. Call us at 618-437-5321 or find us online at rlc.edu. Rendley College, your journey starts here.
This is Mount Vernon Rams Baseball, powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland.
And we welcome you back, WMIX, WMIXSports.com, as we head to the top of the fifth. For the Rams, it'll be at the top of the order with Ryan Campbell, Reed Millwood, and Thomas Weber.
It's interesting. I'm watching this approaching plane here. He started out at the top of the backstop, far away.
Yes.
He went up, came back down, and he came back up again. He's getting ready to fly over the top of it.
Very interesting.
I don't know if he's flying out here to Koch International or the Spirit of St. Louis Airport, or if he's going to go into Lambert. Looks big enough to go into Lambert.
Could be a 737 up there. Looking at the engines.
Could be. That's pretty big. We get distracted here on the flyover.
Well, they got me with avionics.
Yeah, that's a 737.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, we're not. You think we're not at Flushing Meadows? We'd be distracted the whole day.
Yeah.
That's a big one.
They make those well now. Always have. That's 2-0 to Campbell. That's 2 up and in.
Time to go. Top of the order here in the fifth for the Rams, down 6-1, and they've got nobody to blame but themselves when they look in the mirror. Some errors, some misplayed balls, and the hits. Mount Vernon down 6-1. Host Heron on Wednesday, at Marion Thursday. Before next week gets real busy. Sunday at Bush versus Clinton. Monday at Carbondale versus Murphy. Tuesday at Carbondale. Wednesday, Cahokia.
2-0 count to Campbell. This will be fouled off. Bob Seats. 2 balls and a strike.
Expensive. Action still in the Alton pen. Hopkins had thrown 74 pitches. Here's 4.
That'll be lifted into right field on the run. It's going to be trouble, but it's up as an easy grab for Brian Hudson.
Noonan being called by the guy behind it. Noonan. You hear that in the background. Caddyshack has broke out here in the Metro East. Of course, Alton's home of a really nice golf course. Good restaurant. Pretty good little town over there.
Yeah,
the world's tallest man.
Yeah, Robert Wadlow.
Yeah.
Millwood, quite the contrary, takes the first pitch track on the outside corner for 0-1.
Squat Cheddar's made a visit there. Recent season of the show.
Mike Shannon can't stop talking about
it. There's no kidding.
0-1 the count here to Millwood. This is going to come inside, caught some sort of corner, and it's 0-2.
At the corner of the batter's box.
What do you ask?
That's a good call on your part. On the corner.
What do you ask you customize just about any apparel for your team, organization, or business? What they can customize for you at WinningadUSA.com. Stop by and see them at 212 South 9th at Mount Vernon. Of course, it's some fabulous WMIX sports polo.
Be nice to wear.
Dry fit. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, nobody on for Millwood. Here comes, he'll wave with the pitch that makes it look silly. Dropped by the catcher. He'll fire on the first in time.
Almost pewter-colored golf shirt we're going to wear. Copying the helmets of the Buccaneers, the new ones, or the current ones they're using. This lineup here, Blake Jones, couple hits. You look through the lineup, is that all it is? Blake Jones has both hits for the Rams.
Yes, sir. As Weber stands in with the bases empty and 2 outs, looking for one down the third base line, but foul. And it's 0-1 to the Ram catcher. Community First Bank of the Heartland welcomes you back to personal banking with friends and neighbors on staff who understand your needs. Community First Bank keeps it simple with one checking, especially free checking and high-yield interest.
Quirky little ballpark with the dimensions. You gain 43 feet from right center to center.
And now this one was left hanging. It's fouled off. First base line on a play.
Then, from left to left center, you gain 27 feet. That's a lot of acreage. A lot of quirky things here at the big monster, green monster from left to the center. Then the berm that cuts in right field, grass berm, with a big wall of advertisements behind it.
0-2 coming. Ooh, low, it misses. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Weber. Pike in the on-deck circle. Rams down 5 at 6-1 as Alton played at 4 in the home half of the 4th. Here we are in the top of the 5th with the bases empty and 2 outs. Well past the top of the hour on WMIX Mount Vernon. About halfway to the bottom. Why not? 1-2 coming. Cross the plate. That's going to end the inning on the backwards K. There go the Rams. 1-2-3 here in the 5th. We head to the bottom half. Still 6-1 Alton. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Now is a great time to move your account to Community First Bank. With our new one account offering the highest interest rate in the market, free checking, and CD specials delivered by people you know and trust, why would you not bank with the market leader in Jefferson County? We offer 5 locations with 7 ATMs and have been serving the Jefferson County market since 1906. Stop in and see why our bank is the fastest growing bank in Jefferson County. Community First Bank. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC.
You need a great quality new-to-you vehicle. There's a reason why Second Chance Auto has been helping put families into affordable, dependable vehicles for over 34 years. Honest, fair deals. Ain't nothing fancy, just great vehicles with warranties and bank rate financing for all. That's the only way Second Chance Auto will do business. They're receiving new vehicles every day. So be sure to stop by and find out how you can save thousands on the total cost of your vehicle. Helping people get at a great, dependable vehicle for over 34 years. Second Chance Auto, Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Call 244-4582.
WMIX Sports is your home for the Mount Vernon Rams, powered by Community First Bank.
Welcome back, WMIX, WMIXSports.com. As we head to the bottom half of the fifth, due up for the Redbirds will be Aaron Bonnell, Drake Hampton, and Stephen Wynn. That's 5, 6, and 7 in the Alton order. They lead 6-1. They scored 4 runs in the fourth, and we'll have a new Ram pitcher. It'll be Tyler Morgan. Brock Fulkerson went 2/3, 4 hits, 2 runs, both earned, no walks, 1 strikeout. He's just in there as part of the statistic stat line to get what would have been his day to throw. I'm sure he's thrown Thursday at Marion, so he gets a little throwing in on the mound, 2 outs, and he's done, and then he's got his throwing in for in between starts. Now Tyler Morgan will come in, Fulkerson sandwiched between the Morgans. And Tyler's got to keep it at 6-1 for the next 2 innings to give Mount Vernon a shot to come back. So Morgan out of the windup against Aaron Bonnell. And this will be fouled off the mask of Weber for 0-1. He appears to be fine.
Yep. Well, a lot of things to do here once the Frontier League starts for the kids. Relatively cheap entertainment here.
I don't remember that entrance before.
Oh, that's huge. No,
that is brand new.
Yeah.
That entrance, anyway, not the kid zone itself. No clue. Never ventured down that far.
No, I haven't ever.
I've never been down there.
No. The farthest I've been is the dugout.
I've never even been there. I've not been that far except for coming in. I've been in this first base dugout.
Yeah.
Not the third. Rams were in the first base dugout, which was weird last year. It was 0-1. Well, this low and away. It'll be 1-1 Aaron Bonnell. WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by King City Chrysler Center, home of the express lane, fast oil changes, and more. It's service without an appointment. See the friendly folks at King City Chrysler Center, 1603 Broadway in Mount Vernon. Learn more at KingCityChryslerCenter.com. It's also the home here at Lindenwood of Belleville. The Lynx play their games here. Colin Young, a former Ram, plays there. Their JV season lost to a rainout today, I saw, as it's 2-1 now to Aaron Bonnell. Scott Gamber's talking about Webster and Walsh U played before the JV contest tonight. Yep, the Webster Gorlocks play here. As this one's in the right field on the run is Story. He'll make the grab for the first down. Quite a few teams call this their home. Mm-hmm. Anymore, you just can't build it for the home stuff. You got to offer things. You know, Rhett 1 does it at Marion. Busch Stadium is allowing probably the most ever high school games I've ever seen Busch Stadium do in a long time, if ever. Oh, yeah. Quick comebacker off of the bat at Drake Hampton to the pitcher, Tyler Morgan, fires over to first. And 1-3 is the put out for the second out of the inning. I think it would behoove SIU to have more games there and make a push to host the Supers again. They did a long time ago. I think it'd be better for them to host. You know, I think a lot of people would rather play there at a D1 ballpark than most other places. And the lefty, Stephen Wynn, will step in, takes the pitch off the plate outside. Count as 1-0. Tony Wilt, your State Farm agent in Mount Vernon. Find him online at TonyWilt.com or look for the white State Farm people around town to see how Tony can help you with all of your insurance needs. Double barrel action in the Alton bullpen now. Light catch and stretching. They're loading up the pin for Alton in the bottom of the fifth. The 1-1 count here for Wynn. Pitch is in the turf. It'll be 2-1. Lewis in the on-deck circle. He singled and scored him the first pitch, the first batter seen by Brock Fulkerson. That was been an inning ago. Right now it's 6-1 Redbirds. 2-1 pitch on the way with the empty bases and 2 outs. Scoots outside. It's 3-1. Marion at home or on the road will not be easy on Thursday. 3-1. Oh, low and away, and that'll be a 2-out walk to Win. Brings in Lewis. 2 outs go quickly. How many times this spring have we seen an inning where you get 2 quick outs and then a walk, a hit, error, or something in that third batter? That's here again.
now Lewis is up. I think it was last time.
Pitch misses Lewis, 1-0. Runner on, 2 outs here in the bottom of the fifth inning, a 6-1 Alton lead. Rams trying to get out of it. See what Morgan comes up with. Overthrown that time. That'll allow Wynn to take second.
Okay, I'll ask you this.
Okay.
You're building a ballpark. Kind of like one of these facilities. What would you do? Would you go regular dimensions? Would you try to build something as quirky as this? Or would you make it baseball?
I'm building a park like this. What's the main basis of the team?
Right.
No, I mean, what is what type of league? Team do I have? Is 2-0 gets inside, 3 balls, no strikes?
I'll give you Class A major league team, Class A team, minor league. Not this kind.
What do you do? Not the unaffiliated independent?
No.
3-0 coming. That's going to come up and in. That's another 2-out walk. Live to a board.
Legit Class A team.
Obviously, Class A, depending on where I'm located, I probably do go a little quirky. Obviously, because I am Class A and I am affiliated, I go grass. I mean, there's no doubt about that. I would probably do. Dimension-wise, I make I want to go a little deeper. But you probably do throw some quirks in there. I mean, you kind of have to. I don't put my bullpens in gameplay, though. No. Unless my major league club has it that way. I would do that. But yeah, I'd probably go a combination of old school baseball, a little bit of quirkiness. As the first pitch seen by Scravich is across the plate for nothing. And one, I was curious, see what your thoughts were. I like old school, but at the same time, you got to do stuff that's going to get people's attention and get them in. I don't know if I'd go as quirky as some of the things here. I mean, they do a great job here. It's a great ballpark because the 0-1 comes up and in 1-1.
One of the coolest ballparks I saw was in Montgomery, Alabama, the home of the Biscuits, where their ballpark is a Confederate jail for Civil War soldiers for the Union, and they build it around that. I mean, it's amazing. I mean, I would go old school, as Morgan steps off. If I had a ballpark around here and somebody says you have a Class A affiliate, go, minor league grass, I would build it in the dimensions and the walk-ins of an old ball field that's not around us anymore, like Pogo Ground, Ebbets Field, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 1-1 to count Scravich, and that's going to be swung on a miss for 1 and 2. But I would also, I like what they've done. I don't know. I understand you've had to do stuff like advertising.
Right, you got to do the quirky.
Yeah, so you have to, but I don't know that I would do the right field wall here. I'd try to have some seating in the right field, not necessarily a berm.
Right.
Maybe the berm like they have down here is a 1-2, down to our left beyond the left field bullpen. It's 2 and 2 now to Scravich. I think you can have the best of both worlds. I think you have to.
Great. While we were breaking apart ballparks.
Well, apparently that was a called third strike. Mechanics aside, we head to the top of the sixth, still 6-1 Alton. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
You can count on us. Yes, you can.
Chrysler continues to raise the bar with huge incentives. Hi, Roy Schmidt Chrysler dealer at King City Chrysler Center, Mount Vernon. Chrysler is offering a $3,000 rebate on all new 2014 Dodge Avengers, plus an additional $500 when you finance through Chrysler Capital. That's $3,500 in incentives on the all-new 2014 Dodge Avenger. Bring in your trade, even if you owe $9,000 more than it's worth. Our finance department will get to work for you and find the best rate and payment possible. Come talk to one of our sales associates and see how you can drive away in one of our over 25 in-stock 2014 Dodge Avengers. We are at King City Chrysler Center, 1603 Broadway in Mount Vernon, Illinois, or browse our inventory at kingcitychryslercenter.com.
You can count on us. Yes, you can.
Follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. This is Mount Vernon Rams Baseball.
WMIX, WMIXsports.com. We head to the top of the 6, 4, 5, 6 due up for the Rams. It'll be Jake Pike to start it off. Ooh, takes a pitch outside as Hopkins is back out for inning number 6, and that's going to be 1-0 for Jake Pike. Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking. 5 Jefferson County branches with responsive quality service for all of your accounts. Community First Bank would like to be the first to say, welcome back to Personal Banking, as that is going to be A soft hit ball right in front of the plate. The catcher will step out to make the play. 2-3.
Paul the Huff trying on a cannon arm the first. Gets piked by his head.
Number 3. Great.
Mount Vernon bats are quiet. 2 hits. Blake Jones has them both.
Smith takes the first pitch strike. Smith, the designated hitter.
Well, Hopkins is pretty good. Not bad. Probably a 2-3, 3-4 type pitcher for Alton and their staff. Man, he's pretty good. Not going to dazzle you with a lot of heat, but boy, he can move the ball around the zone.
0-1 pitch coming. Swung and missed. That was on the hands almost. 0-2 to Smith. Jones in the on-deck circle. Again, as DC said, has both Ram hits today. They trail 6-1 here in the top of the 6th inning. Wait for the 0-2 pitch to Smith. Here it comes. Swung on a miss. And that will be your second out. Second Chance Auto has your largest selection of pre-owns priced at $10,000 in one location. Second Chance Auto, Route 142 East. They have no fancy sales or gimmicks, just honest deals on great vehicles with bank rate financing for all. We have to Blake Jones. 2 outs, bases empty here in the top of the 6th. Has both Ram base hits. 2 for 2 today. Scored. He's only run. As this is going to be lifted into center. Ratkin. That's back to make the grab. So 1, 2, 3 go the Rams here in the 6th. We're through 5.5. Still 6-1. Oh, this is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. By now you have heard about our new One Checking product. The new One Account is a high-interest earning, free checking account designed for everyone. Unlike other banks that pay interest on higher balance, this account pays interest on all balances. From high schoolers to Warren Buffett, One will work for you. You can talk to one of us at 244-3000 and learn about the details. One, exclusively at Community First Bank. You will be one happy customer. Member FDIC.
Has bad credit or lack of credit kept you from buying a vehicle? It won't at Automart of Salem. Automart of Salem is your buy here, pay here headquarters. All credit applications are accepted, regardless of your credit history. We take pride in our selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Each vehicle is inspected by our experienced service department before it makes the lot, something that is not done at many other buy here, pay here dealerships. This is Manager Amy Thompson. I encourage you to come see me today. I will not allow your credit history to stop you from getting behind the wheel of a pre-owned quality vehicle. Come see me at Automart, located next to Schmidt Ford in Salem.
Find us on Facebook. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Welcome back, WMIX, WMIXSports.com. We head to the bottom of the 6th with the top of the order due up. Noah Rathke, Matt Hopkins, Nick Palda. Barring any changes in the Redbird lineup, they are 14-9 on the year. Rams are 12-10-1. Rams are in danger of dropping just a game above 500 if they can't find 5 runs in the last chance 7.
Williamson County battle coming in the next 2 games, Wednesday and Thursday. Strike 1 taken, top of the order here.
Tyler Morgan out for a second inning of work here in the bottom of the 6th. Here comes the next one, 0-1. This is in, 1-1. Something like that. One means more at Community First Bank of the Heartland. It means free checking and high-yield interest. Community First Bank, welcome back to personal banking. Here it means a 1-1 count. Over the head almost, a Rathke. 2-1. What, preseason games start just a week?
I saw next week.
2-1 coming.
On Wednesday.
This one's going to be popped up in the center field, left center, as Jones will come on. He'll make the grab fundamentally sound with 2 hands, and there's your first out.
I think I saw May 7th they host the minors, and they do all that too, and kind of do that well, as you saw, mentioned. And, you know, they have the All-Star game here in July. That's pretty neat. Home run derby cost you 15 out. After this pitch, I'll explain this.
1 out, and he'll step to left-handed. Matt Hopkins, he throws right as a pitcher, bats left, 0-1.
You pay $15 to get in for the home run derby, and it's 15 more bucks to come back for the All-Star game. So you're telling me the derby's worth as much as the All-Star game?
Oh, no. As the 0-1 is going to be fouled off. Third base side will be 0-2. Redline College could save you thousands on your collegiate education. Log on to rlc.edu to find out how.
Quinn McClure sprinting down the left field line to get that foul ball.
Plays him off the turf. Nice.
Yeah, now he'll walk back.
Now, whatever somebody throw it to.
Hiding out over there with the left-hand hitter up. He's kind of in bullseye territory.
No balls. 2 strikes to count here for Matt Hopkins, the pitcher. Bases empty, 1 out in the 6th. Curveball. Swung on a miss. There's your second out.
Morgan snapped that one off quite nicely. 2 outs in the inning quickly.
Alda, the catcher, is having a pretty good day, at least with a 2 RBI double back in the 4th. Base is empty, 2 outs now here in the bottom of the 6th. 6-1 ball game. Rams will have the bottom of the order due up in the last chance 7th inning. First pitch strike across the inside corner of the plate. It's 0-1 now.
Howard's got the pop on that fastball tonight.
Yes, sir.
Snapped that off pretty well.
The 0-1 coming. The 0-1 inside, but
pretty good pitch.
He didn't ring it up. He did ring it up. Oh, no. 1-1. Woof. Here it comes. That's fouled back. It'll be 1-2.
I'll tell you what, between the top half of this inning and this inning, these two teams are swinging like it's getaway day. They're ready to get out of here and go to the next town.
It's class tomorrow.
Be all right. They're not running to get back to class, a lot of them.
Of course, it's bottom of the hour. This is WMIX Mount Vernon, a free service from Withers Broadcasting up and in on the hands. And it's fouled back.
Oh,
what about foul?
I know some of them are really, really excited to get back to Mr. Gamber's class tomorrow. World War II going on in his class.
1-2 coming. Oh, up. Don't teach business anymore? Wow, is that why you're not in that building? Oh, he's in G now.
Oh, yeah, he's in G building. Wow. I've been in that room.
2-2 coming. Way better miss on a high fastball. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Tyler Morgan. We head to the last chance to us at the bottom of the order due up. It's 6-1 Alton. This is Rams Baseball, powered by Community First Bank.
Qualifications and rules apply. See institution for details.
Hi, I saw your ad for a checking account that earns interest on my money.
Oh, yes, that's our plutonium account, and it requires $50,000 to open.
What? How am I supposed to grow my money when I can't even afford to open the account?
Introducing Kasasa, free checking, where even the smallest balance earns high yields, plus refunds on ATM fees nationwide. Try Kasasa.com. Kasasa.
Visit People's National Bank or peoplesnationalbank.com for your Kasasa checking. Member FDIC.
Registration for summer classes at Rindley College is going on now. The 8-week summer term is a great chance to catch up on classes you need, from general education to electives and more. Curious about starting college or even a little nervous? Summer is a good time for new students to find out what Rindley College can do for you. Registration for summer classes continues through June 6th. Call us at 618-437-5321 or find us online at rlc.edu. Rindley College, your journey starts here.
Back to Mount Vernon Rams Baseball, powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland.
Last chance 7th for the Mount Vernon Rams as we head to the top of the 7th. Bottom of the order due up. It'll be Derek Case, the third baseman, Zach Brookman, the left fielder, and Connor Story, the right fielder, barring any changes in Tim Holloway's lineup. And as I say that, I see wholesale changes coming. So there you go. We'll wait to see who actually approaches the plate first. I see Sam Storm and I see Jackson Horton. And I see a new Alton pitcher. He is number 15, Joe Schwartz. Not Jade. I know what you're thinking. It's Joe.
Yeah, I know. I thought you were going to say Joe Schmo when you started that.
Oh, no.
Joe, and I went, oh, man, Schwartz. Schwartz, not Jade Schwartz. Yeah. Well, Storm will bat first.
Not a bad day at the office.
Oh, it's tremendous.
For the starting pitcher.
No.
Matt Hopkins.
6 innings, 2 hits to the same guy. 1 run, it was unearned. Had 1, 2 walks. And he had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 strikeouts. He will be the winner if Mount Vernon cannot come back.
Sam Storman will lead it off in a pinch hit roll here in the 7th spot against the new pitcher, Joe Schwartz. Here comes. It'll be a strike inside corner for 0-1. WMIX Sports Mobile Studios are driven by Ford Square. See all of their selection at 1501 Broadway, or see their new and pre-owned inventory, including Lincoln Luxury at FordSquare.com. 0-1, went around, chased a changeup in the dirt.
Little wiffle ball coming up at you, floating around.
No balls, 2 strikes to Sam Storman. Jackson Horton on deck. 0-2, and it's way bad and missed. It was outside. And a strikeout is your first out.
Somebody's cheating over here. I'm more reading than I can tell everybody what it says for everybody gets their edition tomorrow.
Way to do it, though. Work ahead.
Yeah.
Work smart.
Kind of like writing like wrestling storylines over here. You got it all written, and it happens.
You betcha.
They work their way backwards. Hope he's got a certain number of. Got to be careful.
He needs to write down 6 runs if he's writing a storyline.
Well,
it'll be Jackson Horton taking the first pitch ball for 1-0. Don't know what our PA guy's going to do since he can't play closing time after the game.
No.
As the 1-0 comes. Bender across the plate for 1-1.
He's been lost without the computer.
That was a staple. You always count on closing time.
Touch screen.
Yep. Oh. No doubt. 1-1 outside part of the plate. 1-2 to Jackson Horton.
He'll be negotiating that before he leaves tonight.
Oh, man.
He'll be sitting in the more louder part of the bus on the way back.
1-2 coming foul to stay alive for Jackson Horton. 1 out, nobody on. Top of the 7th. Last chance inning for the Rams. Should they not score 5, we'll have your Schmitz-Chevrolet postgame show. Coming up, we'll have your scoring and stats. We'll also have a player of the game and maybe even a check of some scores we can find. Presented by Tony Welch, your State Farm agent of Mount Vernon. Find him online at TonyWelch.com. Look for the white State Farm Jeep around town. Get to a better state with State Farm. Only just remember one game being played. That was that Jersey Triad. That was about it. Jersey won like 15-4, something crazy. Some games north of 70 being played, but not a lot. Effingham got some Weather Channel love yesterday for so much rain. As a line drive foul just over the head of Zach Gines, Chris Carpenter looked like. Gines had to duck. 7, 8, 9 pinch hitters here in the 7th. No save situation for the Alton pitcher. Not an opportunity for him. Next one on the way just misses up. The count will be even here to Jackson Horton. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 run, 2 hits, 3 errors for the Rams. They stranded 5 base runners today. We'll have your stats coming up in the Schmitz-Chevrolet postgame show, barring the comeback attempt. Adds the 2-2, fouled off toward the dugout. They do it again. 6 runs, 7 hits, 2 errors. 6 runs left on base or something to that effect for the Alton Redbirds. Looking for their 15th win on the year. Here comes. Inside on the hand, swung and missed. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Schwartz. He's +2. You're still on that, aren't you? I am. He's actually a good young player for the Blues, Shade Schwartz. Well, the Blues were built for regular season, and they did not have the best player on the ice, Duncan Keith. Jonathan Tays, Shadow Kane, Shadow Stevens. This is going to be a curve on the outside corner for Zach Gines. It's 0-1. I don't think it's unfair to blame goalie Ryan Miller for all the issues. I mean, there were several times he was left to fend for himself. 0-1, foul tip for 0-2, especially that rebound. Yeah. Backus went in for the shot. The rebound led to the overtime goal in Game 5. That was tough. That ended on a breakaway. No balls, 2 strikes. Last chance strike here for Zach Gines. With 2 outs, the base is empty. That's going to be blown away. The count's 1-2. Community First Bank of the Heartland. Free checking, high yield interest. Just ask for the one account at Community First Bank and always bank your hometown team with their 5 Jefferson County branches, Mountford and Dix, Woodlawn, and Ina. 1-2 to Gines. 2 outs, base is empty in the 7th. Swung on a miss as Schwartz comes in to strike out the side. And the Redbirds are going to win it by a score of 6-1. We'll come back with all of your numbers in the Schmitz-Chevrolet postgame show. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Now is a great time to move your account to Community First Bank. With our new one account offering the highest interest rate in the market, free checking, and CD specials delivered by people you know and trust, why would you not bank with the market leader in Jefferson County? We offer 5 locations with 7 ATMs and have been serving the Jefferson County market since 1906. Stop in and see why our bank is the fastest growing bank in Jefferson County. Community First Bank. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC.
Whether it's Mother Nature's inability to decide on a season, a weekend that got a little out of hand, or just life, there's always something looking to damage your vehicle. This is Chase Landers from Landers Collision Centers. Maybe winter weather turned your full-size sedan into a compact, or a little hail has your truck looking like Swiss cheese. Perhaps a deer decided to go for a ride on your hood, or maybe your truck is missing its hitch and bumper after pulling your little brother out of the ditch last weekend. Did a bad breakup leave a little graffiti on your SUV? We hope not, but we've seen it all, and we certainly don't judge. Whatever mess life has created for your vehicle, we'll clean it up. As a direct repair facility for many insurance companies, we take care of just about everything, even getting you into a temporary vehicle while we restore yours. That's the Landers difference. Top to bottom, big or small, Landers fixes them all. Come see us in Mount Vernon and Salem and ask us about free detailing for the life of your vehicle. Or call 1-888-LANDERS. That's 1-888-LANDERS.
How can we keep the people we love safe and secure in their own home? Let the Medicine Shop's home medical equipment team help you with all your mobility and specialty product needs. They provide mobility products like motorized scooters, wheelchairs, and home stair lifts. The Medicine Shop's expertly trained staff can also provide car and van lift installations, and they offer a full service repair facility for medical equipment, whether you purchased it from them or somewhere else. Here's pharmacist and pharmacy owner Eric Black.
We service a 60-mile radius area, so a pretty wide area. We service orders from several area hospitals, and we have the staff in place that really sets us apart. We have 3 respiratory therapists and 2 seating specialists to help with seating on wheelchair and power chair needs. And we just feel that we have the staff and the warehousing and the facilities in place to really set us apart from any of our competitors in the area.
The Medicine Shop Pharmacy, 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon.
This is your local State Farm agent, Tony Wilt. I want to thank Mount Vernon and the surrounding area for continuing to support us over the past 5 years. If you have never sat down with someone to go over your insurance program, let me invite you into our office. Let us show you what working with the industry leader, represented by a local agent, can do for you. I'm located just off 42nd Street. You can reach our office 24 hours a day at 242-1421 or on the web at tonywilt.com. Thanks again, and go Rams.
This is Mount Vernon Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports. The Schmidt Chevrolet postgame show starts now.
Welcome back, GCS Park and Sauget. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside for your Schmidt Chevrolet postgame show. The Rams fall to Alton. You're at this neutral site by a score of 6-1. Danny Czerwinski has your scoring and stats.
Alton, I should say Mount Vernon, 1 run, 2 hits, 3 errors, 5 left on base. Alton, 6 runs, 7 hits, 2 errors, 5 left on base. Matt Hopkins goes 6 innings for the win for Alton. Aaron Morgan is the loser for the Rams. In a game that took 1 hour and 48 minutes, Mount Vernon drops to 12-11-1 on the year, losing to Alton here at GCS Ball Park 6-1.
Schmidt Chevrolet, you can find him at 3423 Broadway in Mount Vernon or online at schmidtchevrolet.com. Sponsor of this postgame show. Rams lose here tonight 6-1 to Alton. We'll come back with the player of the game. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
You need a great quality, new-to-you vehicle. There's a reason why Second Chance Auto has been helping put families into affordable, dependable vehicles for over 34 years. Honest, fair deals. Ain't nothing fancy, just great vehicles with warranties and bank rate financing for all. That's the only way Second Chance Auto will do business. They're receiving new vehicles every day. So be sure to stop by and find out how you can save thousands on the total cost of your vehicle. Helping people get out a great, dependable vehicle for over 34 years. Second Chance Auto, Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Call 244-4582.
Registration for summer classes at Rindley College is going on now. The 8-week summer term is a great chance to catch up on classes you need, from general education to electives and more. Curious about starting college or even a little nervous? Summer is a good time for new students to find out what Rindley College can do for you. Registration for summer classes continues through June 6th. Call us at 618-437-5321 or find us online at rlc.edu. Rindley College, your journey starts here.
Broadcasting live from the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by Ford Square. This is Mount Vernon Rams Baseball.
Welcome back, WMIX, WMIXsports.com. Chris Hugo, DC, alongside Holly Carroll. Great job back in our Mount Vernon studio. Rams lose here tonight by a score of 6-1 here at GCS Ball Park in Sauget. And we have your player of the game. Not too hard to figure out.
No, Blake Jones. A couple of hits, the only 2 hits for the Rams tonight. Blake Jones was the offense as of this point.
There you go, your player of the game tonight. We'll be back at it Wednesday, no longer tomorrow. Unfortunately, the circumstances have moved the game to Marion. With the Lady Rams, we're going to be unable to carry that. So they will be back on the air on May the 8th against the Benton Rangerettes, but the Rams will be back on Wednesday when they have the Heron Tigers. 4:15 will be your pregame. You can find it right here on AM 940 or WMIXsports.com. For Danny Czerwinski, for Holly Carroll, for all of us at WMIX Sports, I'm Chris Hugo, reminding you of the final score. The Alton Redbirds 6, the Mount Vernon Rams 1. So long for Sauget.
Thank you for listening to Mount Vernon Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports. Mount Vernon Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports is sponsored by the official voice of Rams Athletics, Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Rams Baseball is also sponsored in part by the Medicine Shop of Mount Vernon, Ford Square and King City Chrysler. You can count on us. Red Lake College. Save thousands on your college education. Log on to rlc.edu. State Farm Insurance Agent Tony Wilt. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Second Chance Auto on Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Good Samaritan Regional Health Center. Raising a Hospital. Raising the Bar. Winning Edge. Schmidt Ford of Salem. And also by the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois. Landers Collision Centers of Mount Vernon and Salem. Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon. All Stars and Stitches. Central Christian Church. And People's National Bank. Stay in the game on Twitter. Follow us at WMIX Sports or log on to WMIXsports.com. Now back to America's best music on the legendary WMIX.